Welcome to the last episode of the year. I was wondering if you've ever felt pressured by the start of a new year. So yes, it's all exciting and a fresh start is always welcome, am I right? But we also put so much pressure on ourselves to do all the things, right? We have these big ideas for what we want to accomplish in the year ahead. And sometimes it can quickly become hard to stay focused when life throws everything but the kitchen sink in our direction. And let's be honest, it often does, right? So if you're feeling at all pressured by the upcoming new year, I have 3 things that I want to share with you this week that I think will help. As a coach, I get to spend my days working with amazing clients, and they all have a big vision for what they want to create. And one of the reasons I love this work is that I get to have deep and meaningful conversations about work and life as part of my job. It's really the best. I get to facilitate aha moments, strategic action planning, and some really big shifts. It's a privilege to do this work, and I'm so inspired every single week by the courage and bravery and sheer brilliance of my clients. I get to see it even when they don't. But to be fair, we also cover the grittier side of running a business or setting goals or how to really make things happen. None of us is immune to feeling insecure, overwhelmed, and sometimes a little lost along the way. And sometimes when that happens, I get to give my clients some pep talks around what it takes to create impactful, fulfilling, and sustainable practices in life that give us success in life and business. And from time to time, it's my job to remind them of their brilliance and to encourage them to move forward in the bravest, most intentional, and meaningful way for them. Having someone hold that vision for you and cheer you on and stay on track when you can't can make a massive difference. So for today's episode, I want to do that for you. I want to share with you some of the pep talks I've given my clients this month in the hopes that they may remind you of your own sheer brilliance too. So the first thing I want to tell you is that you're allowed to decide what you want. You're allowed to want a simpler life or a simpler business model than your competitors. You're also allowed to want a 7-figure business and go all out in a life full of adventure and experiences that excite you. However you want to spend your days, that's absolutely fine. And it is completely up to you. Your choices do not have to look like anyone else's. And I want you to remember this: it is not your job to make other people feel more comfortable about their own decisions. You are not lazy, overambitious, obsessed with your work, or whatever stories that you are running in your head that undermine your efforts. You do not have to justify your choices or your desires to anyone. I believe that the bravest thing that we can do is to live fully aligned with our hearts and minds, speak our truth, and stand for what we believe in. It is your job to set aside all of the stories that put unnecessary pressure on you and the opinions of people who are not truly invested in seeing you thrive. When you're clear about what you want, you can access a more joyful way of thinking about goals and life in general, and you can unlock your motivation, your focus, and your follow-through. The second thing I want to share and remind you of is that you are allowed to decide what you need. You do not have to buy that e-course that says it's the secret to losing weight or to business success. You do not have to attend that workshop that you keep receiving emails about if your gut is not saying 100% yes, let's go for it. You do not have to hire a coach just because everyone is telling you that you should, if you do not feel currently in the right place to do that. You also do not have to buy that book that everyone is telling you is a must read if you already have 10 others on your bedside table that you really want to dive into first. Every single day, the internet is trying to sell you things that are telling you that it's going to help you be a better, more successful version of you. But check in with yourself. Decide what you really need in order to step into your vision of success. And then invest your money on the things that bring you joy, on the things that help you be the very best and happiest version of yourself, and the things that are truly aligned with your values and your goals. And the third thing that I want to remind you of today is that you are allowed to trust your own instincts and ideas. The next time you get that gut feeling, just know that it's a good enough indicator of what you want. These gut instincts are usually an incredible, valuable guidance system. And a lot of us shut it down, and then we spend a lot of time drawing up pros and cons lists and talking to a ton of people to figure out what to do. But just because there are several people telling you the ways that you should be improving your business, your life, your health, your relationships, your appearance, whatever it is, it does not mean that you have to listen to them. You do not have to doubt yourself and your ideas just because there are people screaming loudly at you to pay attention to them. You are the expert of your own life, and nobody knows what you want and need better than you do. So only allow things in if they can truly serve you along the way. There are so many awesome, talented, big-hearted people out there sharing ideas, resources, and offerings to help you build incredible lives and businesses. And when you decide you're ready to make things happen, there's an abundance of amazing resources and support available to you. How valuable these are to you varies as you navigate the seasons of your life. So you are allowed to decide if this is the right time for you. The most important answers that you're looking for will always be found within you. Do not give your power away. Do not look to someone or something else to be your anchor or your truth. Here's to having a great year and reaching your most extraordinary goals. I'm rooting for you, as always.